Alright, so today I've been invited by a friend to come and review his car. Now, I'm actually quite excited, a little bit nervous as well, because it's not a bad little car, this one. It's quite nice. There's just one problem. It's at the top of this long driveway. And I'm not fit. And here it is. What is it? Ooh, it's hiding behind me. It's a Mercedes CLS500. Have I ever driven one of these before? No. Is it going to be fast? I don't know. I believe it has 500 horsepower, which would be quite interesting, but I don't know how that goes, and I really don't know why anyone would be silly enough to give me the keys, but I do thank you very much for this privilege. So let's have a closer look. Alright, getting into a Mercedes CLS500. Ooh, the window goes down, I like that. Oh, it has that Mercedes aircon smell, like that 10-year-old leather smell. I love it, absolutely love it. Touch the leather. Yummy. Well, I always notice in this generation of Mercedes just how many buttons they have. It's craziness. I don't even know what they do, and I don't want to find out, to be honest. So now I just had to go back in and just triple confirm I was allowed to drive this car, because frankly, look at it, look at it. First impressions of the driver's seat. The guy who drives this is a pimp, obviously. I like to sit low in cars, but let's just move a little higher up. There we go, I do like that. I'm also far shorter than the driver of this car. Are we auto or manual? That's how nervous I am. It's an auto, I know that, because there's no manual stick in the middle of the car. However, I'm looking for the clutch with my right foot. Why else am I looking for it? Because there's something down there which I think must be the park brake. Or not, because there's a button beside me that says P. No, that's a parking thing. So maybe that thing on the floor is a... So, where do you hide the park brake in this? No idea. Is it an auto one? No, it is not. The fuel gauge looks great. I have no idea whether it's got fuel in it or not, because I just honestly can't tell. Alright, you're just gonna have to pretend that I am super cool and have just got to rearrange my shoes or something, because I need to have a look to see where the actual park brake is. That is a foot button. I have no idea what that does. Oh, P. Oh, okay. So here's how it works. The button on the left, the foot pedal on the left is the park brake, but to release the park brake, you have to pull the lever on the right that has a big P on it. now I can't stop myself from wanting to put my foot on the pedal on the left, because it feels just like it's a gear stick. Oh my, I should have done my hair. My wifey, I'm so sorry. My wife's my hairdresser. She's also a hairdresser. Oh, I appear to have left my own car door open, so I'm just going to go quickly fix that before we take it. See it? See it? There it is in the background. My wife would be like, so why couldn't you get back down from Corando? I'd be like, because the car went flat. Why'd it go flat? Because I left the door open when I went for a 10-minute drive. Yeah, that'll fly. So, locked my car. Now I can't focus because I didn't know where my keys were. Let's try that again. I don't know if I put the handbrake back on. Yeah, I put the handbrake back on. All right, turns out my microphone cable is pulling on the steering wheel. No. This thing pulling on microphone cable. Seat belt. There's a suspension button. I wonder what that does. This thing have sports suspension mode? I don't know. Should I press it? No, let's not press people's buttons. Just today, let's not press people's buttons. CLS, C-Class, I believe, is the smaller size class Mercedes, isn't it? Does anyone actually know how Mercedes... I don't understand their models at all. At all. I've never understood their models. I just don't understand their models at all. I really don't. Check it out, electric headrest. Kind of looks creepy, like someone's sneaking into a photo in the background, doesn't it? Go back down. I'm not in your photo. Hey, I'm coming up in your photo. No, I'm not in your photo. I may be delirious from not eating enough food. You know what? I've been down this street a few times. I want to see what's on the right. So, what do we got? We've got a rev meter. Typical pain in the ass rev meter. It says 10, 20, 30, 60, 70. And then down the bottom it says times 100. Why couldn't they have just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000? You know what they should have done is put 100, 200, 300 and then put times 10 at the bottom. This is a cool street. Alright, just getting a little bit of speed up. She seems pretty darn confident over some nice little slight off-camber corners, doing about the speed limit. One of these days, I'm going to be offered to do a car review, and it's going to be somewhere that has a racetrack, and I'm going to be really, really excited. In the meantime, I do everything to the speed limit. Gonna just move my little thing here because I feel like you guys are bouncing around a bit and I don't want you to get seasick while I'm doing this review, do I? So just hold on 2 seconds and we'll muck up our hair again. Look at me, winning. All right, we'll see how that works. Otherwise, Mark's daughter's left her sock here. I might try wedging this in behind the thing to see if that stabilizes a bit. But it's got paddles for changing gears. I was gonna say shifting and up at the same there, but it didn't. Yeah, so I got changing. So that's not bad. Sorry, wifey, hair's terrible. And you're wobbling heaps again. So I'm gonna pull over one more time and just see how putting a sock behind you feels. Have you ever wanted a sock behind your eyeballs? Well, today you're getting it. Where's the blinkers? Good thing I'm like in remote country. You would never lack for power to get up a hill in this thing. It just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Really feel like getting it out on another road. Goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. So this one's got a bit more goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. I am too excited to figure out what some of these buttons do. You know what I said? I don't care about these buttons. I lied. I want to know what all the buttons do. Because if this was my car, I'd be like, now look what it can do. It can wink and breathe and snort fire and lean on 2 wheels at the same time. Hee! And now look, it can do it on the other side. Because that's just how I am. I like to know everything it can do. And then, strangely enough, I probably just end up using it the one way the whole time. All right, someone needs to show me where the sports button is, because this doesn't feel like 500 horsepower. It feels like a Bentley. Not that I've ever driven a Bentley, but it has that kind of like, yeah, we have power, but ooh, just ooze it on like butter. Not butter. I'm picturing chocolate, but I say butter, but I'm not picturing chocolate. I'm thinking more syrup. Okay, I don't know what that. All right, so there's another thing where the indicator should be, and I'm pretty sure that is the cruise control. No, none of those are sports buttons. So we've got a sports suspension button. Does that change the characteristics of the power delivery? Good question. How about instead of that, I've got a manual of sports. Ah, hello. Comfort, manual, sports. Okay, you need to look for the tiny little button that has SMC on it. That's what you need to look for. And maybe now we will get a little bit more response from that 500. Ooh. What are the brakes like? Brakes are good. Very smooth, very smooth. I hope my camera quality is not that good because I totally just spat everywhere when I said that, and I've got an itchy nose and I can't stop scratching it. Maybe I need to shave. I do actually look so rough compared to my last review. The last one I was all shaved, trim, proper, fantastic. This one, however, I'm like all gruff, haven't had, look, okay, not gonna lie, I'm lazy. But the truth is, I did just come back from a camping trip last weekend, Sunday, and it's Saturday today, so that's not an excuse either. But I can tell you that my razor, I lost the power cord to my razor, which is a very viable excuse for not being clean shaven. This is the type of thing you want to hoot around at like 80 k's an hour, and you know, you're on the highway, you bam through a couple of big roundabouts and stuff like that. I think you'd have more fun driving in that sort of scenario than this. Or in that paddock over there with all the grass. I think you'd have a really fun time driving this in the paddock over there with all the grass. Really keeping an eye on that fuel gauge, because honestly, I'm not quite sure what it's reading. That it doesn't feel like it's got lots and lots of power going on, you know, it just doesn't. And yeah, there's that. At this point, I'm just not finding it accessible. I like, you tell me you got 500 horsepower, I want to be able to go boop boop, take off like a rocket, you know what I mean? And yeah, there's that. All right, turn left at any time with care. So we're gonna ignore all you bad boys. That's the lights. Oh, Hilux. It's a Hilux. Go back into, oh, it doesn't auto shift, damn it. That reminds me of a story when I was little. When I was little, we went to this my mum's auntie's property, and they had a four-wheeler, and they showed me how to use it, but I couldn't figure out how to get it back into neutral and then be able to take off again. So like after the first 2 times of driving it, I got it up to like 4th gear and just basically drove from there in 4th gear everywhere. And turns out I blew up the gearbox. But that's just what my parents told me. I have no proof that that's what happened. So Auntie Margaret, you scare me, I love you, please don't kill me. Can someone explain to me why I just did a U-turn behind a Hilux? That was dumb. I think I've put the thing back into comfort mode, but I don't know whether it's gone back into manual or auto, which is, no, it's in manual. It's in manual still. I don't know how to get it back into auto. Right, no, not 4th gear, 1st gear. Damn, did it seriously just try and take off in 4th gear? What a muppet this car is. Let's see if I go to drive. I got drive. That's what you have to do. Take it out of, put it in neutral and put it back into drive. That will do the trick. It's down to feel, like, it just doesn't feel nice leaning into corners. I don't know what it's doing. Stupid thing. Rear wheel drive. Oh, no, way heavy on the front end to get around something there. And that steering is heavy, heavy. Just when you're turning a corner and you let go of the steering wheel to start turning back the other way, it just doesn't respond that nicely. It sort of goes like, no, I'm over here, mate. It's too hard to go back the other way. You go back the other way. Just leave me here. I'm good, man. I'm good. And you're just kind of like, we'll never leave a man behind. Honestly, I like it. I do. I really do like it. It's great. Yeah, see, I would have, if you're a 500 horsepower sports car, I wouldn't have let you roll up that hill. If I was a $500, call it $500. I'm only a $500 sports car. Would you like to buy me? I was expecting to be out of fuel by now if the reading in front of me is correct that it's only got a 1/4 of a tank. Damn it, the fuel light came on. I might give Mark some money for the fuel. My friend some money for the fuel. You know what? The rearview mirror is great. You know, it looks good. You can see the back seat back there. Top class rearview mirror there. Mercedes, very good feeling returning the car in one piece with no marks on it whatsoever. Damn it, I mean my friend. It's a troublesome thing when you make yourself laugh. Alright, park brake on. Don't pull the park brake thing. Lights on auto. In park. Where's the stop button? Key. Has a key. Whoops. Well, the passenger seat's comfortable. Until accelerator at the accelerator essentially given, and I might give Mark some money for that. So I'm going to pull over one more time and just really feel like getting it out on thing that always feels punch out of corners. I do like the torque. Yeah, there's power there, and it kind of had to do a U-turn. Okay, it's about everywhere when I said that. And the last one I was all shaved, prim, proper. Everything, and yeah, there's that.